And the left tackle, Adam Kennedy. The Wolves are coached by head coach Dan Erickson.
Welcome back to South Kitsap High School for our second home game of the season. We're coming to you live right here on SKTV, Wave Digital Cable Channel 205, and we're also streaming this game live in high definition on YouTube. You can find a link to the game by going to the school district homepage, click on the YouTube link, and you can watch the game in high definition. Tonight, the 1-2 South Kitsap Wolves take on the 1-2 Emerald Ridge Jaguars. I'm Phil Nenninger, and joining me in the booth tonight are Brian Pickard, and filling in for one and done, D. Rodriguez, Troy Larson. We're going to throw this down to the field now for the national anthem. That was the South Kitsap High School Band under the direction of Gary Grams, and the colors are presented tonight by members of South Kitsap's outstanding NROTC program. So we have a 45-minute delay due to lightning. We had quite the hailstorm out here, and kind of nice to look at this beautiful field that Kitsap Bank provided for us. Unlike the past fields, this one is still in great condition to play.
Amen to that, Phil. I agree 100%, and I think we were all talking about that earlier during when Mother Nature let loose, that the kids will have a great opportunity to have a great game tonight on this wonderful field.
I remember years back watching some of these games when it was all dirt and mud and the whole bit, and kids standing on the sidelines ankle deep in water. So this field, which is state-of-the-art field, is absolutely beautiful. It's great shape, ready for a good game. Although starting a little late, but that's okay. We're playing.
Yeah, and if you watch the captains walk out there, you know, their cleats are staying clean, and it's going to be a great night. The weather conditions have improved drastically. The wind has died down. Beautiful night for football out here. So let's go ahead and we'll give you the South Kitsap defensive starters. On the line is left guard is Jeffrey Batt, number 86. Nose guard is Zoe Evangelinen, number 62. And defensive end is Raymond Rogers, number 31. Your linebackers, they play a 3-5-3 here. Outside linebacker is Taran Krumzik, number 81. Inside linebacker, Josh Connors, number 7. Richard Nolan, a.k.a. Tarzan, number 44 is inside linebacker. Ben Miller, number 23. And outside linebacker is Dylan Murray, number 26. We have 2 corners in Davi Guzman, number 16, and DeAndre Davis, number 24. And Sam Canton, number 37, is your free safety. So, Brian, if you want to go ahead and give us the offensive starters for South Kitsap.
All right, starting up front for the Wolves, the left tackle is Trenton George, number 51. At left guard, number 74, Evan Loudenslager. At the center spot is Jacob Johnson, number 72. At right guard, Zowie Gellin, I believe. Sorry about that, number 62. And at right tackle, Adam Kennedy, number 77. Your wide receivers are number 15, Will Helliker, number 24, DeAndre Davis, and number 37, Sam Canton. Signal caller for tonight is Rylan Bain, number 5. Fullback is Richard Nolan, as Phil said, a.k.a. Tarzan. And that goes from last week, or 2 weeks ago. We didn't have his jersey number, we didn't know who he is, and so we just said Tarzan because he played so well. And I guess that's what they're calling him here at school now, so sorry about that, Richard. And then rounding out at running back is Tyson Carter, number 9. And we're all set for the kickoff. The Wolves are going to be kicking off here for us, left to right, to the Jaguars.
And this is Chase Peterson doing the kickoffs, and he gets a good one in, goes into the end zone, so that'll come out as a touchback. So, how do you feel this rain delay is going to affect both these teams? I know they came out and warmed up again, but it was about a 45-minute delay where they were in the locker room.
I wouldn't be surprised if plays maybe a little bit sloppy because they get focused, get psyched up, and all that, and then all of a sudden it goes down, and now they're back. Motors running again, and so. But it wouldn't surprise me if they kind of start sloppy here, and we'll see what happens. Maybe not.
All right. Well, the Jaguars will start at their own 20, 1st and 10. So they start in a shotgun formation, and man, it's a sweep off to the right-hand side. And that's number 19, Edward Brown, with about a 12-yard gain. No, I'm sorry. It's about an 8-yard gain.
Oh, I think he stepped out of bounds. I gave Phil the wrong information there. Sorry about that.
That's all right.
2 weeks ago in the win against Rogers, we saw a lot of stunts out of the defense. We'll see if they continue to do that, throwing pressure onto the Jaguars here.
So handoff right up the middle. Ooh, fast running back. That's number 5, Carl Milam for the Jaguars, and he's going to have enough for a first down with a gain of about 15 yards, so brings the ball up to the 45-yard line of South Kitsap.
He's a senior out of Emerald Ridge. He's listed as a running back, defensive back, and a punter.
So 2 runs, about 25 yards. That's South Kitsap up, make some adjustments and try to stop that. They had some trouble with the outside runs at the beginning of last game, made some adjustments. So we'll see what goes on as this goes on. Quick pass out to the right side. And that's caught by number 11, Preston Landice, for the Jaguars.
I didn't see who made the tackle, but it was the receiver caught the ball and was met right away and driven out of bounds.
Well played by the corner, Brian. I couldn't agree more. He's kept his pace, kept his stance, and good tackle.
I think that was DeAndre Davis.
So then they follow that was another run up that right side. And this one's going to gain about 14 yards, 13 yards looks like, to the 41. They're on South Kitsap 41, 1st and 10.
That front 3 of the Wolves just need to plug some of those holes because right now they've running right up the gut.
Yeah, again, we kind of saw this 2 weeks ago. South Kitsap's coming offside there. I don't know if they were trying to jump the count or what, but the whole line came across.
Probably changed up the cadence, and that'll do it every time.
Yep. that'll be a 5-yard penalty against South Kitsap. Brings up 1st and 5. So, kind of a spread formation for Emerald Ridge. Another quick pass. This one's out to the left-hand side. And again, it looks like it's number 8.
There is a flag down on the
18.
field. I think there might have been holding. Initially I thought it was a good block, but it was a good block because I think it was holding it. But we'll see what happens here.
Actually, there's a couple of flags, one on each side of the field, so we'll see what's going on here.
Looks like it's coming back, holding on offense. It's early indication.
So that's the near flag. I'm not sure what the far flag is.
Twice now we've seen Emerald Ridge do a quick pass out to the both left and right flats. That looks like it's been pretty effective, but this one probably is coming back. They're talking to the Wolves captain now, so.
Yep, and so far, early film, Brian, it looks like Emerald Ridge is planning on keeping it pretty balanced. I mean, even through their first 5 plays, we got 3 runs and 2 passes, so it doesn't look like they're afraid to do either one of those, right? So they're going at them and have had some very early success. We need South Kitsap kids to bow their back a little bit here.
So we have a long conference going on in the field by the officials right now. Not sure if they're looking at maybe one penalty that was during a play, one after a play, or are they offsetting, or are they both against the same team? Which one would be better to accept? We obviously don't hear them, so.
Hey, Phil, to go back to what you said at the beginning in regards to the delay and if the kids are going to be warm, just a quick note, kudos to the staff here at South Kitsap High School, got everybody out and into the common areas and got them out of the field, made sure everybody was safe, which was the right thing to do during the lightning storm, and got everybody back out when it was clear to go.
Yeah, it was very quick. We were actually outside in the stadium when that first lightning and thunder came, and very, very quickly the kids came off the field. People in the stands from both sides were quickly escorted into the commons area so that they were safe. The rule is that we have to wait 30 minutes after each lightning strike.
Or after the last lightning.
After the last, right? Thank you.
Yeah.
After the last one, before that we can have anything resume back on the field, and so. Several times it would go 10, 12 minutes, and then they'd have another one, and off we'd come again. What do we got going here, Phil?
So I saw it looked like 2 different holding calls against the Jaguars. Is what they originally signaled. The first one being declined. Oh no, it looks like a personal foul call was second one. So obviously you'll take that.
Because that takes the down, too.
No, they'll keep the first down unless it was after the play.
Gotcha.
So if it's during the play, they'll mark it off. So, but it's 15 yards. But again, it's it's kind of a cool night out here. Would be nice to see if they can get this game moving.
Yeah,
They're marking it off now.
That was a long conference by the referees, but they want to get it right. They want to do the right thing and figure out what happened and go from here. So it looks like we're about ready to get back into play. Defense is setting up here in Emerald Ridge, who has gone no huddle, but they're huddling up, figuring out what they're doing here. And
it'll be a 1st and 15 when we get this.
This is not another weather delay.
Yeah, really.
No lightning strikes going on right now. So
Field looks great. Looks nice outside.
So Emerald Ridge lines up with 2 receivers off on the left-hand side.
2 back split.
First time we've seen the quarterback under center.
I don't think he's staying.
There he comes back.
I think they decide that looks like they're making a swap out here. One lineman now they're huddling. Emerald Ridge huddling up again. Don't blame them. The officials haven't released the ball, so. Hopefully not a sign of things to come. Hopefully we can get these calls done quickly and get this moving. So
And the clock's going, Phil. Here we go.
All right, so we're ready to resume play. Again, it will bring up 1st and 15. The student section is nice and loud and proud right now, so. And it's going to be run off the left-hand side.
He's got some speed. He hits that corner hard, and up the field he goes. And here comes another flag.
So that is a gain of 8 if it stands, but I think I saw another hold.
Hopefully we can get this called a little bit quicker.
No, it's a personal foul against
South Kitsap.
Kitsap.
A little late out of bounds maybe, and a little extra aggressive takedown.
Let's see what we got. Yep, personal foul against South Kitsap. That'll be a first down. It'll be 15 yards back the other way. So Emerald Ridge is showing a lot of speed around right now. South Kitsap was doing a pretty good job at stringing that play along, but it's still gone for 8 yards. So, it's something South has got to be aware of.
I agree, Phil. No lack of speed on Emerald Ridge early in the game, right? Beating us to the corner and accelerating it out.
Number 5, Carl Millam, is got some wheels on him.
So 1st and 10 from the South 23.5. Pass play coming up. Receiver catches short, makes a couple moves, and brings it down to about the 12.5-yard line. So,
despite the completion and some yardage there, what I really like seeing that probably had about 8 Wolves coming to the ball to make the tackle. And so, you never know. Some of those backs, receivers, they squirt out of a tackle or whatever, and having other players going to the ball, to the whistle, demonstrates some good coaching on the Wolves' part.
So here comes the run play in off left tackle. And that's going to go for, it looks like about 8 yards. This didn't feel we have trouble seeing, so it'll be 2nd and 2 from about maybe 2nd and 3 from the 7.
We sit up high above the bleachers, the south bleachers, and we're about on the 15, 20-yard line. So we have to kind of lean over and crawl on top of the table sometimes to see with the play. Troy, I don't think you even see anything. You're watching the monitor.
So Emerald Ridge is lined up, receiver on each side, another run play up left side, and he's in for a touchdown. That looked like it might have been, was that number 5 or number 3? Jaguars. That was number 3, Justin Stransky.
He's 6'1", only 147 pounds, but he moves some players.
So not a lot of resistance on that first drive, and maybe we'll make some adjustments and some more gang tackles in and
kick is up and good.
A little bit.
All right, end of 9:19 left to go in the first quarter, and Emerald Ridge is up 7-0. We'll go back to the kickoff here.
Well, not a good defensive stand there for the Wolves. They certainly, again, we kind of had this a couple weeks ago where the team came on out and Rogers came down, but that was it. That's all they really had. So,
yeah, South made some good adjustments because they were getting beat in the flats, and
it looks like Emerald Ridge needs to kind of work on their spelling and their flags. They're in the wrong order there. But
I am not one to talk about spelling. So
back for South Kitsap is number 24, DeAndre Davis, and number 28. Oh, my glasses on. I can't see that. Looks like Jordan
Rentai. Yeah, Jordan.
And kicking off for Emerald Ridge is number 14, Nate DeVette. Be interesting. Nate is a sophomore, so.
Onside kick.
Onside kick. Something that Rogers had some success with.
Looks like South got it, maybe. Refs, yeah.
Yep, looks like South Kitsap has the ball.
Well, that ball bounced around there a little bit. I think they caught the Wolves a little flat-footed. I'm glad Let's see, number 24, DeAndre Davis. He's all over the place, isn't he?
Yeah, came all the way up.
Came all the way up and landed on the ball to secure it for the Wolves.
You know, that field must, I mean, it looks beautiful, but there's some moisture out there. That was not a real hard onside kick, and that went a good 35 yards, Phil.
Yeah.
Just tumble on down the field.
Earlier during our delay, there was a lot of hail out there. That field was virtually white for a while there.
So South gets up, starts 1st and 10 and 25. First play is a run up the middle, and that's not going to go anywhere. Jaguars are there. I'd say you get back to the line of scrimmage. So
Yard. Looks like he picked up a yard.
That's number 9. So that would be Tyson Carter. Not very much.
2nd and 9. We got 2 receivers on the left, 1 on the right.
Quarterback's under center. It's going to be a pass play. And quarterback dumps the ball.
He had to get rid of it quick. He had a defender all over him, and it was a smart play there by Ryland to get rid of that ball. Almost completed, but unfortunately the receiver was pretty well covered as well.
Yeah, and that was he was trying to get the fullback out in the flat. That was Richard Nolan, number 44, but he just basically threw that away. And Richard was actually covered too. So
yeah.
So it brings up a long 3rd down for South. Not the way the Wolves wanted to really start.
Emerald Ridge lines up in a 3-4.
And I believe South called timeout. They had a personnel mix-up, it looked like, and
had an extra player on the field there, I think.
Brian, I saw him line up in a 3-4. I saw him line up in a 3-4, and the Emerald Ridge got a couple stout kids up there up front. I just watched them on those first 2 plays, and maybe we'll have to hit them with some quick traps or something quicker and not just run right at them. I didn't. Maybe we should look. I'm not sure. Wonder if their interior linemen share double duties at Emerald Ridge. I wonder if they play on both sides of the ball.
We'll watch that on the next offensive set.
Some numbers.
so South has 3rd down, a long 9 to go. They are on their own about 26 and a half. And they will go ahead and obviously they're going to go for it on 3rd down, but be interesting to see if they come on out with another pass play or just run. They line up with 3 receivers off on the right-hand side.
3rd and 9. Let's see what the Wolves got for the Jaguars.
Quarterback's under center. Not sure what happened there. I think there was a fumble.
And I think the Wolves have turned it over.
So I don't know if the quarterback
Bad exchange. Yep.
But the play never got going. So Jaguars take over on the South Kitsap 25-yard line.
It's not the way to start this game. Delay, and then Emerald Ridge marched down the field, and now a turnover on the 25-yard line. 1st and 10. They have a receiver split way wide out here on the left side.
There's going to be another run play. South stuffs it for a second, but the running back bounces out and picks up right about 10 yards. But again, that's number 5, Carl Malam.
Yeah, South was in good position on that run. Had him stop. Just need to do a little better job of wrapping up.
Oh, and they actually moved him back a couple yards. So it's
Looks about 2nd and 3, 4 maybe. Again, our angle from to that end of the field is a little bit of a challenge for us.
run off to the right side.
Nice cut.
Nice cut by the running back. Brings down to about the 7-yard line.
It's 1st down for the Jaguars.
So it'll be 1st and goal. So again, unfortunately, that's 2 runs and 18 yards.
18 yards, 20 yards, yeah.
Well, the Wolves better adjust quickly here because right now it's Emerald Ridge is mixing it up, pass and run, but so far the Wolves aren't stopping either one of them.
No, it's again they need to make some adjustments for sure. There's a good play by the Wolves to get a hold of running back. He's still going to pick up about 3 yards, but
and yeah, there's the term. We'll use the term again. There's a pack of wolves there that took him down. So that looked a little better.
More rallying to the ball. Again, I think that was probably their best defensive stance at that particular point.
so brings up second and goal from just inside the 5. And I hate to say this, but
There we go.
there we go. Going to hold him up.
Fumble.
Looks like Jaguar jumped on the ball. But that formation, unless 72 is an eligible receiver, looks like an illegal formation to me because now their receivers are up on the line of scrimmage on that side. So I'd be real curious if that is either reporting or that gets called.
Good penetration on South that time. I think that's the first time we've made contact with them behind the line of scrimmage, Phil. So good play by the left corner out there, or the right corner out there. Good job.
Yep, we have a dead ball personal foul, looks like against the Jaguars. So that would be beneficial. They threw the flag and they landed right on one of those yellow lines that are on the field. So it was, they just saw them bend down and pick it up. So that would be 15 more yards. And the play should count.
That's 2 personal foul calls against the Jaguars. I can't imagine their coaches are very happy about that. You got to control those emotions and play it right.
Especially when you're inside the 5. So it must have happened during the plays because they are repeating second down. But it's now second and goal from the 23. So that puts them in a much better position. They are calling it third down, so it was after the play.
3rd and 24.
So they just were a little slow on the marker out there. So quarterback's back for a pass. He looks like he's going to run. No, but he's got a receiver down at the 5.
He's fighting
to get in. He's going to be short, but it's going to bring up 4th and goal from the 1.
So, guys, what would you do? Your coach here, would you, it's 4th and 1. Your team's kind of rolling.
Yeah, I'm going for it. I don't even think they're going to think about kicking it at this point.
No, I
because
think
they haven't stopped them really yet.
Troy?
I think we're going to see their base formation when they line up, and we're going to go power to the right or power to the left. I don't think this play is going to go outside the tackles.
So this would be a big stop for South if they can make it.
It's a quick huddle.
Looks like they're actually marked the ball on the 2. And here we come. Run play. South
He's not going to make him.
Not going to make it.
He's throwing them way back for a little bit of a loss, but they've stopped him, and they're going to take over on the, about 3-yard line?
You know, it's they're giving them forward progress down to right about that 1.5 line. So South has to be careful, but excellent job by the defense to stop that ball.
Yep, and whatever schematic they had going there, Phil, that play down on the 2-yard line is really about effort.
Yeah,
so
and
good on the kids.
They did a great job stuffing that, and you gotta give the defense a lot of credit there. They could have easily folded that when you're that close. So a lot of pride in this South Kitsap team right now. They're 1-2. They got that monkey off their back last home game, so I know they'd like to be tuned to it at the end of this one. So South come back and actually,
that's
going to be a safety.
I was just going to say the euphoria of stopping them, but now the realization that you're on your own 1-yard line.
Well, I give South credit. They tried to take advantage and go on back and throw a pass. I don't think Emerald Ridge was planning that, but I think Emerald had everybody coming on through to try to stop the run, and they unfortunately got get through before they had a chance to throw it. So that would be 2 points for the Jaguars.
They're kicking an extra point here.
I'm not sure what's going on then.
Was there a fumble?
There must have been. You don't kick an extra point on safety. So
yeah, that was a touchdown, and they blocked the kick.
So great job by South to block the kick, but there must have been a fumble in the end zone.
Do we have a replay of that?
Because I was thinking safety all the way.
Yeah, that ball must have come loose, obviously, because it's now 13 zip in favor of the Emerald Ridge Jaguars.
I saw Ryland with the ball, so and like I said, it looked like they were trying to get a quick pass up, a slant or something, get out of that end zone, and that's
South can, if they can come out here and put on a drive and put some points on the board, they'll be okay here. But I think they need to do something because they really haven't had the chance offensively to do much, and the defense needs to come to the side, regroup a little bit, make their adjustments, and hopefully start shutting them down like they did against Rogers a couple weeks ago.
Yep, they need to start winning. And there's
another onside kick.
Why wouldn't you? You're going to see more and more schools doing this. It's one of these things, especially on these turf fields, that ball bounces a lot. And why are you giving the ball to their best player when you don't have to?
That was Caleb Nelson that recovered that. He came scooting over real quick and gobbled the ball up and kept it for the Wolves, so it was a heads-up play by him.
And honestly, South had some trouble in the first home game handling these, so that might be something that Emerald Ridge saw in some film.
And on another positive note, this is the best field position we've had all night.
Yeah. Oh, nice. Wow, nice play. Our running back tried to go outside, and
that kid came with intent, Phil.
He blew up the block and knocked the runner over.
Blew the blocker right back into our runner. You can say that was a great play.
He had intentions, and they weren't good.
Yeah, did we get a number on him?
No. I think it was a license plate.
Or do we ask the ball carrier, did you get the license plate number of that bus that just got you?
So it brings up 2nd and 13. They're going to try up the middle and gain a couple yards. Back up to the original line of scrimmage. Again, that's number 9, Tyson Carter.
So I enjoyed that little quick hit there by South, Phil. That seemed to work. Got him a couple yards, 5 yards on that play, maybe 3.
But it's if you can break that, there's not a lot of people in the middle of the field for Emerald Ridge's defense. They're definitely lined up sideways. We have
number 35, Chandler Pruitt, a junior, just about picked that off.
Yeah, I don't think quarterback saw him folding back at all, and South got lucky there. That easily could have been another interception. So
I've seen Emerald Ridge a couple of times where they've got everybody up on the line. It looks like they're bringing everybody, and then all the linebackers drop back, and that was one of those cases. And so I don't think Ryland saw him.
Well, we have stopped the play. So looks like Emerald Ridge called timeout, and Chase Peterson was back to punt for the Wolves, and number 19 looks like Edward Brown was back for Emerald Ridge too.
Yeah, maybe the coach wasn't. Looked like they were set up for a return, and maybe the coach didn't see something right on Emerald Ridge because they were only bringing 3 people at that at the punter there.
Chase Peterson, South's punter and kicker, he's also listed as a fullback and a linebacker, and he's a big kid. He's 5'10", listed as 213. usually you don't, at the high school level, you don't see these kids that are that big that are also kicking the ball. But he's got a strong leg, and he did well. He's done well this season.
Shout out to the big fellas.
Absolutely.
And they, I think they asked him if he wanted to do more this year, because last year that's all he did do was kick, and he was all for it. A lot of these kids who are playing this year, a lot of these juniors and seniors,
Coming after it.
didn't play last year.
Looked like he just got that off, Phil.
He had to modify his kick there a little bit, and almost got that thing blocked. In fact, I thought it was going to be blocked.
Yeah, it only went for about 20 yards, but he had an unblocked man come straight at him, and we definitely need to fix that, before the next time. And who knows, maybe we'll just score from now on. We won't have to punt. But brings up 1st and 10 for Emerald Ridge on their own 41.5, 42-yard line. Score 42. So South defense has got to get stopped and make a stop here. Everybody off on the right side, pass play. They're looking deep.
He's wide open, but he's overthrown him.
Oh, got a flag in the backfield, and
That's usually holding, but
missed his name. Maybe 72 for South. Great penetration right up the middle of the gut, right at the quarterback. So.
And we do have a holding call against Emerald Ridge. So that'll cost them 10 yards.
I keep seeing flashes from cameras or whatever, and I keep thinking, here comes another delay. We're hoping not to have a repeat delay like they did at University of Washington a couple weeks ago. That was something else. That game got over at 1-something?
So
or resumed that late.
Yeah, I don't think they would. I think they would probably postpone the game if something like that happened, because after a while it just becomes detrimental to the kids.
So
they told us of the delay and what was going to happen, and kept keeping the time, and we were all kind of worried because that's going to put us past all our bedtimes, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
Let's look for some more penetration here on South Kitsap's front three up there.
So we're bringing up second and about 22, 23 yards, maybe 24.
That was offsides, Phil, right?
Again, we have a false start against Emerald Ridge, so he must have gotten drawn. I agree with that. I thought he jumped, but I saw the signal false start, so that'll cost him another 5. So now we have first down and a quarter of the football field. Looks like right about 31 yards. So
not a real good first quarter for Emerald Ridge on penalties, but I think I got them like 4 for 45 yards so far. A couple personal fouls in there.
We were kind of talking at the beginning, and I said
another
flag.
false start. Their tight end's taken off too early. Is the problem? Number 87.
Like we said at the beginning, how much this delay was going to affect them. Well, that's probably with these kids, it's going to be a more mental thing, and we're seeing that with penalties, because South has at least 2 here that I'm keeping track of, and 5 with Emerald Ridge. So we're keeping our own stats, and so when we throw those out, please know that we may be off. We hope not to be, but
they're not copyrighted. Right?
Yeah, exactly right. So
okay, good.
So we're doing the best we can, and all that. But so far they haven't hired us a statistician.
No.
And right now, the reason why we can see what's going on so clearly is the game is actually right in front of us for a change instead of all the way at the other end of the field. So it looks like there is a timeout of some sort on the field. I didn't see who called it. I would guess it would be Emerald Ridge. Kind of try to regroup because it's first and, I don't know, half the field, 40 yards, 35.
Well, let's run through the coaches here real quick. South Kitsap's head coach Dan Erickson in his first year, and he's gotten a whole lot more kids turning out this year than in the past. Assistant coaches are Dustin Booth, Eric Canton, Joey Dame, Casey Ogan, Marcus Logue, Ryan Lund, Kevin Darcy, Alex Pfeiffer, Joe Althwaite, Ben Johnson, Mike Johnson, and Keith Langenhoff.
Good job getting through all that list.
I started that. I thought, they're starting to Break the huddle. Here we go. First and about a mile and a half. Yeah, first.
So South coming, send an extra man. It looks like a screen. It is well blocked. And that's Sam Canton on the tackle. Gain of, well, if it's a mile and a half, he gained probably a mile of it back. So
Mile and a quarter.
we're going to have second and 13. So I think that's
Again,
18 yards, 20 yards.
Again, the South was there. We just need to wrap them up. We did have an opportunity to stop them there right out of the get-go. I think South Kitsap recognized it. Just need to tackle a little bit better.
We had, I think it was our nose tackle there that penetrated. He realized he was pretty much let go, and he immediately realized he stopped and realized. But at that point in time, the screen had already happened.
Yep. So second and 13. Now we got a run play.
Got it.
South is there. Tackle made by number 72.
That'd be Jacob Johnson, senior, 6 foot, 283.
And that's a gain of about 4, so it brings up 3rd and 9.
I don't think I'd want Jacob running into me. Big boy.
Either.
So that's
Nice play.
Yeah, that's the first time I've seen that cross action from Emerald Ridge. They've been handling it off straight ahead or just on the slant, and they faked it that time, a little counter action.
So let's see if South defense can come up with a nice stop here.
My money's on the middle of South Kitsap line right here. We're going to make a stop or put pressure on the quarterback, force him into a bad throw.
Rolling right.
And he's taken out of bounds. Unfortunately, that's a gain of about 16 yards by. And that's number 2, Denzel Boston. He's a sophomore. Emerald Ridge has a fairly young team, not super young. South Kitsap also they're not loaded with seniors, so both these programs looking good for the future. Brings up 1st and 10 from the 42. Pitch behind the back, but gets it.
Nice tackle.
So this is, I hate to say it, but this is your basic Pee Wee football. There's a gain of 8 yards. It's sweep, 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 right up the middle a little bit. With the occasional pass, and we need to get our ends or our outside linebackers up the field, turn those in.
Turn that into the middle where you got your support. And Phil, you would know that. I think you coached, about 342 years in South Kitsap Pee Wee?
I had a number of years and enjoyed coaching, enjoyed working with the kids in our community. So now we get an off-tackle play. South is there. It will be enough for 1st down, but it's a gain of about 3 yards.
Wolves are showing signs of tightening things up a little bit, but they still need to make those adjustments. Defense has been on the field most of the first quarter as the offense has just really struggled to get anything going here.
So that bring up a Jaguar 1st and 10 from just inside the 31. So let's call it the 30-yard line of South Kitsap. We have 2 receivers on the right side. There's another run play.
Big hole up the right side.
And that's pretty easy when you're getting 6-7 yards on 1st down. So
Gives you your option for your 2nd down plays for all kinds of things. That line just got to tighten things up. Hold their ground. Hard to do. Easy to say.
Well, and the thing when you're running a 3-5 too is it's really more geared to stopping a passing offense than it is a running offense. So Emerald Ridge coming in with a good game plan right now. It's basically the same play, different backs.
And like you said, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 yards a carry. I'd keep doing it too. Why put it in the air?
Yep, that one went for 9. So.
And unfortunately, when they do put it in the air, they seem to be pretty accurate. It's had that one long ball he overthrew a little bit, but kid's got a strong arm too.
Yeah, definitely a complete team. Complete offense going right now. So we have 1st and 10 from just outside the 15 of South Kitsap for Emerald Ridge, and we have stoppage of play.
Flag.
dead ball against South Kitsap. So it looks like South jumped off sides.
Quick jump. Yeah, Brian, you're correct. We need to get these defensive kids off the field a little bit, give them a breather, and gain some confidence back and stuff them. But in order to do that, need to get some first downs when we get the ball back.
Unfortunately, quite a few of these defenders are some
On
of
the
our offensive players too. So they don't really get a break when we change sides. But I completely agree. It's a lot more fun to play offense usually and score than defense. So again, same play off the right-hand side. They had 1st and 5. He's going to gain, looks like about 8 down to just inside the 2. And we have about 18 seconds left, 19 seconds left in the first quarter.
Clock is running. They got the play off.
Same play.
Same play.
Yeah,
up and touchdown.
So that's Carl Milam from the Jaguars in for the score.
They just kind of do that same play up the right side,
To the
left
right.
side, right side, throwing a pass. They're kind of having their way with the Wolves right now a little bit.
I mean, it's been a long time since I've been out there, but I think in my world they're running 14-15 ballet. One goes to the right, one goes to the left.
So South blocked the last kick. Let's see if they can get this one too.
Kick is up. And it's good.
So it was just over 10 seconds left in the first quarter. The Jaguars lead the Wolves 20-0. So again, I would be looking at putting somebody with some hands there in that second row for this kickoff because the Jaguars have not kicked deep at all.
Well, I think they're probably trying to keep it away from DeAndre Davis. He's quite the athlete. He's a hurdler for the track team, and he went to state, and I believe was one of the top hurdlers at the 4A track meet last spring.
Well, that's why I'd keep it away from him. He did get the last one, and if you notice, South is moving up. This is honestly, it's a good time to kick it deep into a corner if you can. I think you trap South Kitsap down there, but otherwise they have everybody up above the 25 except for DeAndre Davis. Anticipating a pooch or short kick or.
So you got your hands team in there, Troy?
I guess so, because they're going to all rally to the ball really quick. Same kick.
Same kick.
There we go. That one was secured real swiftly. There was not as much anxiety in that one.
He kicked that one hard, but again, I think it was deliberately on the ground to try to get a bounce, but it just did not bounce. It was looked like a little shortstop out there and scooped the ball up and took a knee.
Yeah, and that was number 81, Taryn Krumzik. So he's one of our receivers who was able to get his hands on that ball.
Yeah, that time the ball didn't bounce around too much. I didn't have to hold my breath on that one.
No. So still got just over 10 seconds left in the first quarter.
So one play left, and we'll switch opposite ends.
South has 1st and 10 from the 35.
Showing a corner blitz.
Second offside's on South, maybe, huh?
Somebody move or that?
Yep,
false start.
False start in South Kitsap. So both teams are having this issue where kids seem to be a little bit anxious to get the play going. So I'll bring up what South didn't need, which is 1st and 15. So really no advantage as to which way you're going. There's pretty much no wind on this field at this point.
Yeah, I'm looking at the flag right now, and it's pretty much just down on the pole, which is amazing considering
Where we were.
at the regular start time, there was quite a bit.
So South hands it off inside. And looks like there might have been another fumble.
And it's Jaguar ball.
So that's not, again, South is giving them real short field positions. Believe it or not, they're starting at the 30, and it's not their best starting field position right now. And you just can't do it to your defense.
They must be really be tugging at that ball because on both the fumbles, it doesn't seem like they're in open field or get hit. They're in the middle, and all of a sudden the ball pops out, Phil.
Yeah, I saw that ball come out. I really looked like he was carrying it a little bit loose.
A little loose?
Had a little bit wide when he was trying to cut. Just trying to do a lot. When you're down, that's fairly normal. So that's the end of the first quarter. Obviously, not the first quarter South wanted. Really, 2 minutes, as we talked about, sloppy play that could happen. Fumbles, penalties, everything you kind of expect when a high school game gets delayed like this, but just not going in South's favor right now.
I think South is still looking for some positive yardage here. They've had a couple of plays that went for plus yardage, but their penalties and dropping the ball and whatnot. We need a little offense going here. But now we got to play some defense and hopefully hold them out of the end zone here.
Yeah, Emerald's team is well balanced and well coached. They're looking very sharp. So 1st and 10 from the 30 for Emerald Ridge. Pass play come in. Long ball getting thrown. Nice.
Almost picked off by number 16, David Guzman, a senior, 5'11", 187 pound. Nice defense there. He's right there on the receiver, and he almost picked it off.
Yeah, great play by the cornerback. Can't ask for more than that.
Nope, great coverage running side by side with him because actually that was a well thrown ball.
So they're going to Jaguars line up with 2 receivers over on this right-hand side now.
Am I missing something, guys, or is South add a couple people up to the front line there?
Well, we're going to have a flag on
That's going
this
to be
play.
I believe that's going to be a holding call, and so that's going to come back. But that was a nice defensive play.
Yep.
When I'm looking at this formation when they line up. If you look at the far side, your linemen have to be covered up.
Correct.
Number 74 is the left tackle, and he is not covered by anybody.
And they have a flanker out there or something.
You have to, and I'm looking, there's nobody on the line. I'm watching this, I'm not sure why. This is, like I said, unless he's reporting as eligible all the time. But to me, it looks like he's lining up in the tackle position, which you can if you're eligible. So I'm kind of curious as to what's going on there, because in high school they usually want you to have the right numbers on.
And that was a hold against the Jaguars. That's a boatload. They got what, about 5, 6, 7
Well, that's
penalties?
670, and they're just over 60 yards. My calculations.
Now bring up 2nd and 23.
Watch for the screen pass, kids.
Got 2 to the wide side. Yeah. Got a man in motion and
Redden up the middle. South has him. It's going to gain about 8 yards, so that's okay for South gets that. No, I don't know if you're the Jaguars if you're not in 4th down territory because you're at the 35. Unless they have a good kicker, I think I'd be going for trying to get 15 yards in 2 plays.
we haven't seen their kicker kick it deep yet. He's just kicked it on the ground each time.
Oh, that's okay.
Effectively,
Get you a field goal.
It's working for him.
This time they got a tight end out there, Phil.
Yep, they do this time.
Dropping back.
Got lots of time.
Now
Here
he's
he
coming
comes.
up. He's going to run. And
Good
he's
pop.
gonna
Nice
get
tackle.
Good pop.
Who was that?
That's 51.
Number 51, Trenton George. He's a junior, 6 foot, 260.
So quarterback picks up 3 yards, but it brings up 4th and 12.
Nice play, Trenton. That was
Yep.
a good tackle.
Nice pursuit, sure tackle.
Yep, and no sign of a kicking team coming out, which I kind of agree with.
Yeah, I think I would run a play here too, particularly probably that play right at either left side or right side. It's been pretty successful.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say here comes another screen pass.
We got a timeout.
Timeout.
Emerald
Timeout.
Ridge.
So it makes me even more curious. They're not catching that the left tackle's not being covered all the time. He was this time. He was last time. But some of these plays where they got everybody over on the right-hand side, I'm constantly going, there's nobody out there, which would be an easy 5 yards for South. But, we don't have the best angles either, so maybe there's...
And we don't have the benefit of the referee with a microphone down there in the college game and the pro game. They'll say, number 72.
Reporting is
reported
eligible.
eligible. We don't have that benefit.
So Phil, I wonder if they can. I wonder if if they have to say that on each individual play, or if they could say, "I want to be eligible this series." Do you know? I'm not sure.
The normal rule is that if you report it in as eligible, you're eligible until you
Are uneligible.
or ineligible until
Gotcha.
you report uneligible.
Or if you get covered up, then you by definition become uneligible and then have to report again.
Well, no, then you're that's an illegal formation
Yeah.
covering.
No, I mean on the next play if they were covered up. Anyway,
Right.
here we go. 4th down.
4th down and 12. Oh, that's
They're
back left
son
too
of
early.
bulls.
It's a long ball.
That's
There
good.
is no.
Oh, there's a flag. They're going to call that. Well, that's pretty tight.
Boy, that looked like a good play because there is no fielding in high school football.
I completely agree with you, Phil. I don't think the kid touched him, but went straight up without any contact.
Yeah.
He did not have his head turned, but went up straight up with no contact.
And the official was right there, so it's not like he made the call from far away, but, be curious to see what that was. It looked good to me. Oh, we're getting a false start against Emerald Ridge, though. So that's do-over. That's going to be offsetting.
What do we have? Was it face mask against the Wolves? Or?
No,
No.
defensive pass interference. It said pushing off.
Okay.
Pushing off. Yeah.
The ref was doing so many gyrations with his hand, I couldn't keep
He was-
straight. I thought he was just doing
Here's a replay,
hook-
folks.
hula out
Here
there.
we go with a replay. Again, that's DeAndre Davis. DeAndre looked like he went straight up, which I could swear in high school, and I'm not going to say I know all the rules. They do change from time to time, but
Okay.
that as long as you don't touch them, you can do that. But
Hey, to the guys in the truck, thanks for the replay. That was awesome.
We have a truck?
I think we have a truck. Or is it a classroom down there?
I think, yeah. We'll call it a truck. It sounds more official.
Yeah.
so 4th and 12 again.
Do-over.
Pass play,
Screen.
screen.
And he's going to get the first down. Golly. Right when you thought you had him.
South Kitsap did the nose guard did a nice job reading that. Once again, just wasn't quite quick enough to get there. So that's a first down for the Jaguars. Inside the South Kitsap 20 at the 16.
That's too bad. We thought we had him stop there, and it's that same play. They run that screen pretty effectively. The linemen are reading it, but we're just not.
Not quite quick enough to get there. So that's going to go for about
They-
5.
Every single Wolf
Is in
was
on that
right
tackle.
there.
Rally to the ball. Now we just need them to rally to the ball. 2-yard gain instead of the 5. But good job, kids. You're right. I think it was every single uniformed kid on South was
I was looking
involved in
around
that
for
tackle.
maybe a corner or safety, which you could understand, but I think every single Wolf was in, or at least right there. So good for you, Wolves.
South going with a little bit heavier package, it looks like, anticipating a run. 2nd and 4. Emerald Ridge getting play in from left side, from their sideline. They have 2 receivers over the left.
They're coming. South's coming this
Coming
play.
back this way.
I think they changed the side what they were going to attack on that play, Phil.
Yeah, I think
South was loaded up on the Emerald Ridge's left side.
So that's a gain of about 8 yards. Brings it down to the South gets that 2-yard line. Emerald Ridge will go right away. Same
Quick
play.
snap, and he's in.
And it's in. So that's another touchdown for Carl Malam, number 5.
He's been a very busy young man this evening. He's a good runner. Not the biggest runner we've seen, but boy, he hits that hole hard, and it takes 2-3 Wolves to bring him down.
Yeah, he's definitely bringing it. There's no doubt about it. And again, we got to get to him sooner. He's getting 3 yards before he's getting touched. Well, he's pounding it. That gets you 5 or 6. So kick is up and good. So that brings with 8:36 left in the half. Emerald Ridge up is 27-0. So.
So Phil, while we have a break here, I get the advantage of my daughters. I have 3 of them. They're all South Kitsap graduates and all listening tonight from us. And here's the fun part. One of them's in Los Angeles, the oldest. I have a daughter in Hilo, Hawaii, and one here locally. So hello, Sarah, Sammy, and Annie.
Well, we don't say hi to our kids on this program very much.
We should, though. But here, once again, we got people listening from all over.
All over.
And Phil, I think your son Christopher, he's in Tampa.
He's in Tampa listening to the game. He's a South Kitsap alum. Played football with your son, who's directing this broadcast, I believe, right now. So, a lot of these South Kitsap kids come on back.
So the far reaches of the interweb. Here we go.
It used to be better a couple years ago when my son was in Zambia. Then,
there you go.
That was really impressive.
I can't top that one.
So South Kitsap ready again for a short kick. And it's out of bounds. Did anybody touch it?
You think he's trying to kick it deep, or is he just kicking on the ground like that on purpose?
No, kick on the ground on purpose. Nobody touched that one. So it went out at the 39. So I think if high school is what I remember, they can take it at the 44, 5-yard penalty from there, or they can make them re-kick, or
does it go?
Or it goes
out of bounds?
where it goes out of bounds. It gets
In that case, that's the best field position I think the Wolves have had.
Yeah, I always thought they got a 5-yard penalty added to that. If talking to the coach, so he's.
At some point, I just hope one of the teams is in our frame here.
No, that doesn't happen. You need to pass the levy for a bigger booth.
Gotcha. No, this is very comfortable, Phil. We're in the friendly confines of the booth up here, so we can talk about the weather. We're not in it, right?
Yep. Yeah, people are like, "Oh, it's awfully nice of you to do it." It's like, well, if I won't watch football, I want to stay dry. So, and the booth doesn't leak. So it is a 5-yard penalty. South will get the ball on the 44-yard line. This, I believe, is their best field position. So starting out was 3 receivers over on the left-hand side, 1 to the right, and single back.
Showing blitz. Here comes.
Quarterback's going to throw. Gets hit as he's releasing. That's why I passed. Didn't look good.
Had penetration coming at him directly and right from behind him. So need to sure that up a little bit.
Yeah. Ryland's showing a little bit of. That one hurt. I think he did not see these. He stopped a pass and right as it was released, he got nailed. He's a tough kid.
Bring up 2nd and 10.
That's going to plug his elementary school. I'll leave that alone.
Yeah, we'll leave that alone. That's okay.
I'm guessing he's a Bobcat.
There you go.
So again, 3 receivers over left side. This time it's going to be a pitch out to the left side. Nice cut back in.
Job keeping his feet there because he got hit in the backfield a little bit, tripped up, but he kept moving forward. A nice little gain there, about
gains 7 yards.
7 yards.
Yeah, there's skill plays and there are will plays. That was a skill and a lot of will involved in that.
That was easy for you to say.
No. Brings up 3rd down and 3. And the Wolves are across the 50.
Quick pass.
Oh, was that tipped? I couldn't
No.
tell from my angle.
No, but what it looked like to me was it might have been a lateral, and fortunately South got back on it. They need to be careful when they're throwing that.
Oh, you
they
think
throw
that
it forward?
You think that was maybe a backwards pass or close, huh?
It was
couldn't
close.
tell from where.
You can't really tell from here. The Jaguars kept going, and I didn't hear a
Well,
whistle until
I
afterwards.
didn't hear the whistle until I'm not sure who that was. I think that might have been Jordan Renty.
But they are calling it an incomplete pass. So Chase Peterson will come out to punt for South. Kitsap number.
I think the size of Chase, I think he should just hike him the ball and let him run. He's a big kid.
And we have a timeout by South Kitsap.
Kind of like the Sebastian Janikowski for
The old Raiders.
well, and then for the Seahawks last year. I mean, he was bigger than some of the linebackers.
Hey,
Yeah,
Phil,
but not in places that count. So
hey, Phil, I got a text from a listener that wants to know if I'm doing the broadcast with John Goodman over here, The Voice. So maybe you should go into some voice comedy, and do some characters. No?
must be Brian.
Who's asking you that?
One of our many loyal fans.
All 5 of them?
Well, 6. Rachel's at home too.
Oh, is she listening to it? Okay, so that would be our kids that would be listening. I can't count any of my 2 for listening because one of them's
One of them's
running
listening,
the
sure.
show. Well, I guess he's listening to him, but he has to. He's here.
He's going to mute you her pretty soon.
So Chase Peterson's back to punt for South Kitsap. Let's see if we get a nice punt off here. Last one almost got blocked, so
Low
there we go.
snap.
Good
Picks it
play.
up.
Nice punt, fair catch.
About the 17, 18-yard line.
They got about a good 30 yards on that punt, so with no return. This is probably some of the worst field position for Emerald Ridge starting inside their own 20-yard line tonight. They've had a lot of South has had a lot of turnovers and given them a lot of short field, so be interesting to see what they can do with the long field.
See if they stick to the ground game here. My guess is that they're going to keep the ball out of the air here for a little bit.
So 1st and 10. Here comes the handoff off to the left side. South is there. Nice play. Gain of about 3.5 yards. Usually as a coach, you will take anything over 3.5 yards on first down. If you can get 4 yards and 4 yards first, 4 yards second, you got 3rd and 2. You're pretty happy with that. As a defensive coach, you want to keep them under 3, or preferably negative. So 2nd and 6 for Emerald Ridge. Another run play, same play. South is there.
See, we're seeing South make some adjustments and making some good stops here.
So that only goes for just over a yard, brings up 3rd and 4.
All right, big stop here for the kids. So we haven't seen Emerald Ridge line up in anything except this exact same formation. See if they stick with it.
Yep.
Yep.
Showing blitz up the middle.
See
Emerald Green changing the play.
changing the play.
Done that a couple of times. Pretty impressive.
Pass play. South is there.
That's-
And it looks like it's going to be short. Looks like they're at 27-yard line. They had to get to 28. 4th down.
Short.
Now you find out if Emerald Ridge has a punter or not.
Or the 27-0 lead with 6 to go in the first half. Do you just go ahead and I wouldn't, but
On your own, it's gutsy. I have to admit, South hasn't done a great job of stopping them on these short runs. You might try to draw them offside, or Emerald Ridge is calling timeout.
Nice defensive play there on third down for the South kids. That was good coverage because that was a timing play by the Emerald Ridge offense, which is great pass, great route, and great protection. So good job, South.
Actually, that was a penalty. It was a delayed game penalty against Emerald Ridge, so they didn't take time out. Now you know they're punting.
And
now
they
the punt team comes out in the field.
And they do have a punter.
We'll see if he as long as he doesn't
As long as
take
it doesn't
off
run.
here.
He does.
I remember Leon Ladone about this position 10 years ago, taking off and running in Olympia.
And South almost gets to it.
Yeah,
Just like
They're
it
gonna
was
let it go.
good decision by the returner.
Takes a little bit of an Emerald Ridge bounce and we'll be down on the 38, 37-yard line.
all right, we could really use a 5-minute drive here and go down and score and go into halftime with some positive thoughts.
It'd be nice to see if South can get some points in here. You know, I'll be honest with you, I sell for a few first downs. And
Well, no,
at this
that's
point.
good. I agree. Anything positive.
Let's keep Emerald Ridge off the field. And
Well, and hopefully let's telepathically tell the kids to hold on to the ball, right?
yeah, exactly. That's really been the killer in this
Yep.
first half.
Yep.
It's these short fields
Yep.
we've given up to Emerald Ridge.
Marlon Baines under center.
So South will run it up the middle.
Nowhere to go.
Secure that ball.
Although, well, I take that back. He gained a yard or two there. It's positive yardage, right, gentlemen?
Yep.
Yep.
And that was number 9, Tyson Carter. He's one of the seniors on this team.
Brings up 2nd and 9 for South. Gets that. South gets up in the I formation right now. 2 receivers to the right.
Linebacker.
Pass play.
Oh,
Ooh. So Tyson Carter did a great job just catching that, making sure it didn't bounce out.
That
So
looked like it was going to bounce out, and I was afraid that was going to be
pick six. Yeah. So that brings up that's a loss of 3, unfortunately, on the play, and brings up 3rd down and 12.
Grease actually is an exceptional catch.
One of the things, folks, we have to understand is it's a new offense. It's a new coaching staff again. I believe the 5th coach in something like 8 years, 9 years for South Kitsap. So there are going to be some growing pains, and tonight didn't help so far. We do have a pass play. That's to Sam Canton, 16-10 receiver, incomplete.
And he tipped that ball up, and he
Didn't.
almost ran to it to catch it.
To catch it, yep.
Didn't miss
He
by
was
much.
disappointed in himself. You could see him grab his helmet and in frustration. And
Yeah, there was absolutely nobody between him and the goal line if he was able to catch up to that ball. But
I know Sam, and I know he's disappointed in himself, but that was a heck of an effort.
yeah, that was a great try to make that catch. Looks to me like South does not have enough out there for their punt team.
Here we go. Got to make sure we get this off. Let's give a good execution, good snap.
They just needed the center.
Need the center. Long snapping
Long
is
snapper.
important.
There you go.
There you go. That's an excellent punt.
Excellent kick.
It's going to go deep.
They're going to down it.
Looks like the ball is down inside the 2-yard line.
Good hustle. Who was that?
That's Sam Canton.
Was that Sam? Yeah, Sam got some speed.
So that's,
Outstanding punt.
and I think that was somewhere around 50 yards. So,
It's nice when you get a roll like that.
Yep. Hey, you take it any way it comes. You wouldn't have gotten that on the old field after a rainstorm like we had earlier
It
today.
wouldn't have rolled. It would have just stuck.
Stuck.
Had to replace the divot.
Yeah.
9-iron.
But again, this field is fantastic. It's safe, and that to me is the most important thing. You know, Kitsap Bank came out here about 5 years ago and decided that they would pony up the money to put in a turf field here, and it's just been the community's field for so many things.
It's pretty much booked up
Yeah.
all weekend. During the week, it's used by a variety of South teams.
South teams, the school, the band, you can go on and on and on. So we think of it as a football field, but it's definitely a community field.
So that's a run for 5 yards on first down, 5-6 yards, and they'll bring up a second down and a long 4, short 5.
Got about 3:48 left in this first half of a lightning delayed football game tonight. Linebackers are shifting. Don't show blitz. Nothing coming.
Run up the left side. He's gone.
He's going up the side.
Got to catch him. We got him.
We got him. Great.
Good hustle
Great
by
hustle
number.
play.
Was that Davis?
Yeah, it's DeAndre Davis.
He showed his track speed right there, didn't he?
He absolutely did. I thought for sure he was gone. You know, I think we're going to see that again. Hopefully we can get a replay of that. You know, he
just scoots right around the corner. Nobody forcing him in, but look at Davis. Look at Davis just coming up the side. Good hustle.
A+++ effort.
I think it was A+++.
Yeah, it was outstanding. No
Great
quitting.
job.
No quitting the kids.
So it does give Emerald Ridge first down at the Wolves' 23-yard line.
That's too bad because they had him pinned down deep about 2-yard line.
Short pass. That's that Carl Milan who just had that long run. You'd hope he's getting tired, but
It broke a couple tackles there to add to the.
Yeah.
He's tapping his head. He's going, "Give me a break.
Give me a break."
Give me a break. You can't breathe."
so that was again
See-
12 to the 11-yard line. He's coming out
Heck,
of the
I
game.
got wins
That's
just watching him run.
I was going to say, walking up here tonight, I got up here and I was tapping my head.
Hey, there's a lot of stairs. I'm gonna give him. There's a lot of stairs.
So that's first and 10 from the 11.
You telling me, Troy, you got to hit the gym a little more?
A little bit more.
Maybe
The gym.
Maybe if you went to the gym with your lovely,
So-
wonderful wife, Tavia.
Yeah.
If she would take you to the gym,
Well,
those steps wouldn't be so tough.
Pump and go. Lost track
touchdown,
to
Emerald
receiver.
Ridge.
That's complete to number 2, Denzel Boston, for another Emerald Ridge touchdown.
And
So nice pass, pump fake.
Yeah.
You know, receiver turned back on the quarterback and was able to get kind of a back shoulder throw in there. So let's see if South can go ahead and block this. We have 2:05 left in the half. So South will have some time to hopefully work with.
Get some penetration up the middle, off that side.
I
Oh.
thought they were going to get that. They had penetration for both sides.
Yeah.
Not sure how they missed that one, but give credit to the Emerald Ridge kicker. Got it off quick. Holder getting it down, and they got that kick. So that's a tough score to read, guys. 34-zip Emerald Ridge. Going to this game, I really thought, boy, we're going to have a.
So I think we're going to go ahead and see if we can get a replay of that score. Like I said, it was really a very good play. Good pass from the quarterback.
Same formation, you know.
Don't do anything different.
No, but he's got a nice pocket to throw from, too. Look at that.
Let's see,
He's
nice
coming
little
in.
stutter.
Yep.
Pump, go.
Yep.
You know,
Nice
Good execution. Yep.
Oh,
Jinx, is that what they
I
say these
think
days?
so.
Okay.
the other thing you got to look at is, South just needs to be able to get more pressure.
They came out flat. They're starting to fire up a little bit on defense, but they're still letting a couple of big plays go, and it's how you get a score of 34 zip, guys.
Yeah.
Look like some hands kids in the middle of the field again. There we go.
Good job. South will get good field position. Ball on the 46-yard line.
I believe that was Jaden Armstrong that came up with the ball. He came right up to it, met it. Looked like a good shortstop out there.
Yeah.
which Ryland would know because I believe he's a starting shortstop for the baseball team. Must have been given the pointers. I don't think you'd have a quarterback out there in the hands team.
Not usually. Maybe state championship, but
But yeah.
Other than that, probably.
But Ryland would. He's quite the baseball player.
So South does have the ball. 2:05 left to go. On their own 45, 46-yard line. 1st and 10. High formation. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Emerald Ridge has
movement on.
South Kitsap. Somebody didn't have snap count. There was a lot of movement there.
Yeah, I think 6 of them maybe.
See who they pick. It's there, but a lot of times that means we're on the center.
There was, I don't remember which the game it was, but it was one of the pro games, and every single offensive lineman moved except for the center.
Yeah,
And so the
He can never be
referee
outside.
said, false start by the entire line.
So now it's 1st and 15 for South. And they do try to run up the
They
middle,
just
but he's met.
stopped. He was met by the big fella, number 79 for Emerald Ridge, and that is Jonah Maines, 5'11", 296, fellas.
And has been causing havoc all night long in the middle of that line.
So I think South is going to probably take their time on trying to get a playoff here and see if they can use some of this clock, just in case it is 2nd and 17. So after a loss of 2 on that run. And it's going to be pitch out to the left-hand side. Makes a couple cuts, makes a couple people miss, picks up about 4 yards. Looks like they'll give them 5 yards. So it brings up 3rd and 12 for South Kitsap. Under a minute left to go in the half. Yeah, South is definitely
Looks
taking
like,
their time.
yeah, I think they're trying to regroup. Get in, get schooled up a little bit, be motivated.
So right on the center, pass play coming. And it's excellent job by DeAndre Davis.
He actually played a little defense there. I think the Emerald Ridge safety was going, hey, this ball's coming to me. And all of a sudden it was tipped away.
Yep. Did a great job. Couldn't catch it, but made sure Emerald Ridge didn't catch it either. So
they're going to come out here and take a knee and let the clock run out here?
I think Chase Peterson's going to try punting it first.
Oh, well, maybe.
So
I was thinking Emerald Ridge was
How's the game, Brian?
yeah, it's a good game. I thought they were lining it to turn the ball over. Hush.
Another
Nice kick.
great
another
kick.
nice, good
Yeah.
kick.
And we see a flag.
Nice return. Another flag coming.
It's got to be.
So
a
it's gonna
Clipper
that's going to be
holding.
coming back. So
Yeah.
they may get excited, but there's another flag
There's
coming.
another flag.
Yeah. There are 1, 2, 3, 4 flags on the field right now. 2 of which were very obvious blocking the backs. So they happened right in front of us. 5. It was a nice return.
We got a couple of Wolves kind of getting up slow and moving
Yeah.
a little woozy. One of them's number 77, Adam Kennedy. I hope he's okay. And then we also have number 51, Trenton George.
That'll happen when you get hit from behind, not expecting it. Like I said, there's quite a few of those. If the Wolves are lucky, one of these will be a holding on during the kick and move all the way back. So Trenton George is going to come on out of the game. He's been playing pretty much the whole time on defense. Take a quick break, and I'm sure he'll get back in there. Well, there is 8.4 seconds left in the half, and see how long this takes to get the call from the officials.
A lot of laundry out there on that.
I think a few of the refs threw more than one flag. Don't they carry? They carry an extra one, right? And then
they throw their
then they
hat.
have a beanbag or their hat or something.
They throw the hat, I think, when they're needing to call another penalty.
Well,
It's going to take them 20 minutes to pick up all the flags, though.
This one must be the most important because he hasn't picked his up yet.
He's not moving. He goes, "We're calling mine. We're calling mine."
Well, his is the closest to the end zone, so I would think it's the opposite.
I'm with you, Phil, but the only one they haven't picked up yet is down around the 23-yard line.
Well, it's funny because the Wolves are standing around their own 35, and the Jaguars are all the way back at their 35, so I guess they don't like each other. I'm not sure. We'll see what the call is. Like I said, a couple of them were very obvious, happened right in front of us.
Oh, and it's off the turf.
Probably. So, play-by-play on the ref here. I'm not sure what that is. He was covering his heart. Was it someone with a broken heart? I think there's a lot of fans here that are kind of broken heart thinking we'd have a closer game here at halftime. Didn't know you could throw a flag on that, though.
Well, we have a nice audience out here tonight. We have a really fully packed student section. I see where they're standing. That's where one of the flags fell. I'm hoping they're going to be marching off backwards from there.
And I'm just hoping they do something quick, Phil.
There's
There we go.
Another flag coming up. It looks like they're offsetting, so we're going to get a repunt. Which is better than a touchdown, so we'll take it.
Yeah.
Get another one of these boomers.
Do over.
Having a hard time getting that ball out there. Nice high kick, but not going very far.
Roughing the punter, maybe, Phil? I see a flag that's got thrown out by the kicker.
Yep, it's on the yellow, on that yellow circle.
I guess it's halftime, though.
Thank you. And I do think it's roughing the kicker, which would be
Automatic first down, isn't it?
automatic first down, 15 yards, or it could be running into the kicker. But
Well, considering there's no time left on the clock, it's probably a new point. Let's get them off the.
well,
Well, it's on the defense.
Yeah.
it's on the defense.
They
You
get
get
a
one
play.
more. You get one more play.
We saw that with the Seahawks last weekend. It didn't do them any good.
No, we have holding. There's holding against the Wolves, so that'll be the end of the first half.
The end of the first half.
So, not the first half I think the Wolves were anticipating. Not the first half I don't think any of us were anticipating. But at the end of the first half, it is 34-0 Jaguars. Enjoy the halftime. We'll be back soon with the second half of this game.
Officers Courtney Lawson, Junior Drum Major Adam Calatungan, and Junior Drum Major Julian Cirelli. Tonight's halftime show will be performing songs from the 2019 show, Motown Magic. The first one will be featuring songs Out of There, I Want You Back, and ABC, arranged by Tom Ross.
As you may have heard, South Kitsap is hosting a 5K on September 28th to raise funds for cystic fibrosis. DECO members Piper Wilson and Joseph Laws have been planning this event for months.
The CF Hero 5K is a 5K run and walk that's raising money for cystic fibrosis.
Cystic fibrosis is a genetic disorder that causes breathing problems and shortens the lifespan to about 37.
This condition cannot be cured, but treatments may ease symptoms.
The CF Hero 5K will benefit people with cystic fibrosis because we're donating all the money to the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation, which puts all their funds towards researching for new therapies which can really improve the lifespan and the health of people with CF.
Along with attending the run and walk, you can donate by purchasing a CF gram at the student store for $1.
Students can sign up at the ASB store or online at our Instagram account called SKHS 5K.
Scan this code or go to the link to sign up to help this important cause.
See you at the start line on September 28th at 9 a.m.
Be there or be square.
We have come to a time in our lives where our voice matters more than anything. Registering to vote is just one small process that can make so many big differences in our community and even the country. Although online registration and registering by mail is closed, there are still so many ways you can register before the next election.
There are several ways. One is to go directly to the auditor's office at the administration building on, I think it's Division Street. You can also register at different sites set up by the League of Women Voters.
To vote, you must be a citizen of the U.S. and 18 years old by Election Day. The next election is November 6th, and if you want a say in whether we build a new high school or who makes up the House of Representatives, you have until October 29th to register in person.
You should register to vote because it is your civic duty. You are a citizen of the United States. You have a say in how the government runs, and if you don't vote, you negate that privilege.
Each and every one of your votes matter, and now more than ever, we need you. You can make change, and you are the voice of our future.
Are you stuck looking for a dress for homecoming? Do you love helping out your community? If so, come to the Prom Closet, where you can find the perfect dress for you. The Prom Closet program is a food fundraiser for the South Kitsap Helpline, ran by the Community Transition Program at South, which gives working opportunities for students with special needs. All you need to do to get your dress is bring in 2 full bags of non-perishable food and then start looking. There's a very wide variety of styles and sizes that are available to choose from also. Every situation is welcome, so come on down and let's beat the goal of 900 pounds of food. All you have to do is contact Laura Lane by calling or message the Prom Closet Facebook site to make an appointment. The sooner, the better. This is a place to help your community and look great doing it.
Early in the morning, it's dark outside. You definitely shouldn't be trying to hide from all the cars that probably cannot see you. If you get hit by a car, I wouldn't want to be a. Take a look in the mirror before you go, and make sure you're wearing some lighter clothes. Lighter clothes. Lighter clothes. White or neon reflective too. A hat or a shirt will certainly do. And if you're driving, make sure you're paying attention, because you don't want to go to jail. I mean, that would be horrible if you actually hit somebody with your car. You would have to live with that for the rest of your life. What would you do?
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a shout out to our cheerleaders. Thank you for all the hard work we do down there. Good job, cheer. Also, I'd like to thank all the staff for work pitching that time. Thank you for our thank you over there. We dedicated every day. Good job, cheer. Give it a shot.
Welcome back, everybody. We're just about ready for the second half. This is Philip Nanger. I'm here with Brian Pickard and Troy Larson presenting this game to you. We were lightning delayed to start, so if you're just joining us, we are running a little bit late. Score at halftime is Emerald Ridge 34, South Kitsap nothing, and really been a pretty dominant performance by Emerald Ridge.
Yeah, looking for some more positive, want to win the second half, but more importantly, I'm sure the coaches went over it with the kids, and they're in position a lot, the South Kitsap on defense. We just need to wrap up and, gang tackle a little bit more, and I think we'll be okay.
Not a lot of trickery or anything coming from Emerald Ridge. They're just coming right at us, and some big boys on their line, and they're getting some good pushes. So,
all right, and South gets to start off with the ball this half, and I'm not a gambling man, but I'm looking for a squib kick here. Phil, what do you think?
I'm not so sure I bet against you. Considering they've done that every single time.
So here we go, and they're going to recover.
And the kicker recovered the ball.
So that is Emerald Ridge ball on South Kitsap 48-yard lines. They got to be prepared for that. I was wondering about that. They're sticking back 15 yards and waiting for the ball to come to them.
Couldn't have South Kitsap gone up and met the ball even before the 10 yards?
They absolutely can. Once that ball is kicked, they can enter that zone.
The kicking team cannot. They can't touch it before the 10.
Correct, unless South Kitsap touches it first.
Yeah.
And you knew, I don't understand, you know what was coming.
The band's not even back in their seats yet, Phil. They got the ball back.
So Emerald Ridge will take over, start the second half on the South Kitsap 48. So we have a run play up the right side. South is there. Gain of 4 yards.
A little bit of gang tackling there, and but still a gain of about 5 yards. We'll go second and 5, maybe a long 5, maybe second and 6. What we had hoped to start off with maybe a little bit of offense and maybe get some points on the board, and we end up not getting the kick that was...
Again, part of me sits here goes, they kicked off 7 times in the first half, and none of them went more than 20 yards, so you know what's coming. Nice run by number 19. He's going sideways because South Kitsap is there. There's a flag down.
Now, why is it taking so long for the whistle? I mean, we're almost looking like a rugby scrum down there, and there's no whistle. There's no...
As long as forward motion is going on, they're going to let it keep going. And, there's some kids who can just keep driving, and people fall off of them, and they keep going. So
there is a flag down. The refs are conferencing about it.
Uh-oh. They're conferencing.
They must not have any place to go tonight.
It is against Emerald Ridge. It's a sideline warning. So,
What? Okay, I'm confused. They're way on the south side, South Kitsap side, and it's a sideline warning on Emerald Ridge.
That's what I kind of... Oh, you know what? It's pushing. They're pushing the back, pushing the runner. Somebody came in from behind.
Nobody blew the whistle.
But okay, you can't put your hands on the runner, I believe, in high school and shove him from behind. So
nice play. Who is that?
So the question is, was that an incomplete pass, or was that a
Backwards
pass,
aka a lateral.
and a fumble.
Well, everything's coming up sunny for Emerald Ridge because it looks like they're talking about it. But if that's a lateral backwards pass, the ball is live, and now they're calling it an incomplete pass.
Yeah.
But if they call that lateral, Emerald Ridge picks it up, and they get a first down off of that. So I'm glad it's an incomplete pass. Sorry, Emerald Ridge fans, but South needs a little something going their way.
So this does bring up 3rd down, 3rd and 1 for Emerald Ridge. Just so folks know, we usually say this, try to get this off right at the beginning of the game.
Is this my disclaimer?
All 3 of us have had kids go through the South Kitsap program. We try to be as neutral as we can, but we are South Kitsap fans, so we do what we can. Handoff up the right side.
Now there's an excellent defensive play right there.
Good boy.
That's going to lose a foot or two. Brings it back to the 40.
4th down.
And I think there's no doubt they'll go for it again.
Well, what are they on? About the 40-yard line, Phil, on South's 40-yard line, 35, somewhere down there?
Yeah.
But we're going to get a holding call against Emerald Ridge first, so I'd go ahead and take it from South because you know they're going to go for it on 4th down. So
yep,
might as well make it 3rd and 11 and see if you can stop them.
That was a really nice defensive play by South. They read that, they stacked it up, and they had everybody coming to the ball. So that was a good defensive play.
Yep, so that's going to bring up 3rd down and about 13 yards to go.
We're going to call screen play.
Yeah, actually, I think South's going to stop him here. I think the next play, Brian, is going to be the screenplay. So I agree with Phil. I think this is 4-down territory for Emerald Ridge, and South's going to stuff him here, and then here comes our favorite screenplay on 4th down.
South jumps off sides. Don't think it's called off. So I'll give 5 yards back. So it makes it 3rd and 8 for Emerald Ridge. Don't know if that was a cadence thing or over anxious linemen. But
yeah, I think that was. I think they're eager. I think the defense would take their lumps in that first half, and they're eager to prove a little something here that they're good players that play hard, and so they're just raring to go.
Pass play, quick pass, coming on back. It's going to go for about 4 or 5 yards down to the 41. Brings up 4th down and a long 2.
Here we go. See if I'm correct. 4th and 2, definitely going for it.
Troy's calling
Line up in their
screenplay.
wing.
I think they're just going to run that,
Yeah.
that cross.
Yeah, a little short for the screen pass. I was assuming South was going to stop him 2 plays earlier, but with our series of penalties here, we're back to the 4th and 2 scenario. So
Not much has changed. A lot of football is played.
Quarterback again is changing the play. So showing some good patience and reading the defense and trying to take advantage of some alignment.
Oh, South had
There
him.
we go. We have him
They
again.
Got him.
Stop
Stop him.
Nice job, South.
Excellent
Nice
job.
Great penetration by the defensive line. Made him bounce outside, and they had it covered out there.
So South will take over on downs, and it's a great way to start the second half for South Kitsap. Starting it on their own 44-yard line now.
I was glad I was wrong, Brian.
I was going to bring that up.
Well, I saw you make a tally there on your score sheet. I'm sure that's of me being wrong. So,
Well,
what's
it's
it up to, like 7?
Short, low number. Low number. I'm not keeping track because I don't want anybody to keep track of my mistakes.
South and I
Or errors,
formation. It's a delay for South Kitsap.
Oh, the ball's on the ground again, and Emerald Ridge recovers the fumble. The South Kitsap runner, he was tattooed. He was held up, and then someone hit him hard, and the ball came out. I just hope he's getting up. He's not feeling good.
So that's, I think, the 4th fumble lost by South Kitsap. Not to mention onside kick that I know at least one we didn't recover. And it's hard to win games when you don't have the ball in offense.
That was unfortunate. It looked like it squirted out there, and
Who do we
first
have there?
play the
Who
second
do we
half.
have as a nose tackle out there for South? He's doing his all just to get people fired up and get after him.
It's 52.
52.
Pass play coming, cross. And safety is Sam. Can't make a tackle down there at the 25. That's a 25-yard gain on pass play and first down.
Another well-thrown ball. That was right on time and hit him right between the numbers. Significant pass play too. That was not a screen pass or anything short. That was downfield.
So it brings up 1st and 10 from the South Kitsap 25-yard line for Emerald Ridge.
Ball's on the 25-yard line. Snapped.
Another pass play. South is in.
Just
South
missed.
got him.
There we go.
There we go. Makes us. We get a sack. Great job by the defense.
We had a shot on him once. He got away, and then there were two Wolf defenders that brought him down. He couldn't get the ball away. Nice play on the defense.
And that sack is number 23. Looks like Ben Miller.
He's a junior, 5'10", 168. Nice play.
So that's a loss of 8 yards on the play. Brings up 2nd and 18.
Too early for my screen here.
I said, don't say it. It's okay if South Kitsap reads it. So, dang it, there's my bias again.
So now we're going to get a run up the right-hand side again. You know, South Kitsap just doesn't have an answer. Those runs are going for 8-9 yards. That's about an 8-yard pickup there.
It's kind of like one of those situations. Hey, we'll tell you what we're going to do. We're just going to do it, and technique-wise, do it well and do it better than you, and gaining yardage on it.
Yeah, brings up 3rd and a long 8 yards.
We have not been able to keep the statistics here as far as yardage, but I think it's a whole lot to not very much tonight. Big hole in the middle.
Big hole in the middle. That's going to go down to about the 6-yard line. So it's another 15-yard gain, 16 yards. Makes 1st and goal from the 6. Emerald Ridge the Jaguars are marching. And again, it's the same play over and over again, folks.
Is he short?
So gained about 4 yards on that. Looks like he's down to the 2.
Yeah, about 2-yard line. Second and goal. 2nd and 2.
And the Jaguars are using a variety of backs right now, and doesn't seem to matter. They're still marching on down.
Same formation, same success.
Yep, and he's in there. So that's a touchdown, Jaguars. You know, one thing I'll say is you still hear the student section going strong.
Yep, no lost enthusiasm down there for sure. We just want to see some good, keep good effort and some, positive plays by the South Kitsap team.
So the kick is up and good. So with 6:19 left to go in the 3rd quarter, it is 41-0 Emerald Ridge. And really, this is going to be a learning game for South Kitsap. I think all of us thought after the last home game.
And last week, too.
And last week, they played well. But one thing we haven't had is any common teams that we've played. So Emerald Ridge is obviously looking better than what their record indicated. And
well, as most all of us know, the South Puget Sound League is a very, very difficult league. They, year in and year out, have 2, 3, sometimes 4 teams that are in the top 10 ranked in the state and go deep in the playoffs. It's a tough league, for sure.
yeah, it looks like South Kitsap is moving their return team up a couple yards and also closing up the middle gap. And that's it. You got some teams here. We have some coming up. South does travel to Bellarmine next week. Bellarmine was 0-3 going into this week. Here's a
Was that a kick?
kick, and Lil Pooch lands about 25, and DeAndre Davis returning it.
Oh, there was an incredible block there. I was kind of thinking that we might see a flag there.
Unfortunately, DeAndre loses yards on the return, trying to make a move. Loses about 8 yards. So it will be South Kitsap ball, which is a good thing. Unfortunately, we're on 18. So let's see if we can put together, at least get a couple first downs, give the defense a chance to rest, and change some field position.
Hang on to that ball.
This is only our second offensive play of this quarter, right?
I think third. I think we lost on second down last time, so. But not enough, that's for sure. So South comes out again, I formation. 2 receivers to the right. Run up the middle, and he's breaking through.
Nice gain. Broke a couple tackles.
First down, game's 20 yards. First down, South Kitsap.
That I can safely say without any statistics in front of me that was the longest play tonight for South Kitsap. Very good play, good blocking, good hard running, and it took a couple of Jaguars to bring that Wolf down.
Nice positive play. And, we need to keep the tempo up and keep it going because what I can see, Phil, is I think we've moved into a running clock scenario. So
now we're going to get a sweep to the right-hand side. And he's out of bounds on the Jaguars' 48-yard line, so gain of 8.
Things are starting to look a little bit up here. The Wolves still have some life. They have pride, and they're working hard and trying to make some positive things. And the last 2 plays have been nicely executed, well blocked, and 2 first downs in a row.
It used to be fairly easy to sit there and go, okay, have they made some substitutions on defense where we having success all of a sudden? You used to see some dirty versus clean uniforms, but I got to tell you, with this field, everybody's wearing clean uniforms. So another run up the middle for South Kitsap, and again, we're going to gain looks like almost 8 more yards, along 7 yards.
yeah, another quick hitter trap play right up the middle. Good execution by the big guys up front.
So Jaguars a little bit on their heels right now. South Kitsap has the ball on 41-yard line, second down, and looks like 3 yards to go. Again, I formation for South Kitsap. Quarterback's going to roll out, and he's going to keep the ball. So it brings down to the 32-yard line for a gain of 7 yards, 8 yards.
And as they say, it's another South Kitsap
first down.
Thanks, Phil.
No problem.
Well, they've strung 4 or 5. Well, that's 4 or 5 plays in a row with positive yardage. So good stuff by the South team.
So at the 32-yard line of Emerald Ridge, it's 1st and 10, South Kitsap.
Watch the wide side of the field here.
Nope, going to run right up the middle.
Yep.
Whoa.
Hold on to the ball.
No. 9-yard gain.
And that was actually a really good job of securing the ball because the looks like it's a focus of the Emerald Ridge defenders to tackle the ball, actually. So good job.
And Emerald Ridge calls timeout. I think Coach doesn't like what he's seeing. He does have definitely some newer players in there. Wants to make sure, I'm sure, that they're all getting their assignments, because right now South is just driving straight down the middle. But definitely seeing our linemen starting to blow people up off the ball would have been, obviously better to see this in the first quarter and continue it on, but get your assignments figured out before you go to the next game. It's not a bad thing.
We're going to punch it in here, guys, before the end of the third quarter. We've got 2:21 left.
I'm feeling
a couple more. I gotcha.
So here they are again in I formation. Two receivers up top to the left. Pass play. And unfortunately, it's a interception.
Looks like he's going to try to run it out.
Well, if they push him out of bounds, it's... Huh.
It's like it'll be a touchback.
They are giving it a touchback. I was going to say, he started on the 3 and ran into the end zone. That could have easily been a safety also.
That's too bad. Wolves were driving, going well. It was a good throw. It was just a little under, and the Emerald Ridge DB stepped in front of it and picked it off and tried to make a run of it, but I think he ran about 30 yards all in the end zone.
Jinxes aren't real, are they? I didn't jinx South Kitsap there.
No, I'm not. I didn't say that. I thought it, but I didn't say it.
But you're not invited back.
Yeah. Speaking of one and done, right?
So Emerald Ridge will take over 1st and 10 at the 20. 1:13 left in the third quarter. We are in a running clock situation, so that's why the clock is continuing to go. We do have a run play up the left-hand side. Goes for about 6 yards.
So 24 is a little shaken up on the play.
Yeah, DeAndre Davis.
Nice tackle, though, DeAndre. You stick your nose in there.
So, folks, just to get this out clear, this is 4A high school football. Seeing the quarterback in the game for Emerald Ridge coming, up to the end of the third quarter is certainly acceptable. If you look around, I'm seeing a lot of other new players in the game, including that running back. So I haven't seen this kid carry the ball yet. So that's a first carry for him.
That's your kicker running the ball.
Yeah, and he's a sophomore. So I don't think Emerald Ridge is going to get another. It's 3rd and 1, and I think we're going to get down to the end of the third quarter here.
Going to the other end of the field.
Where we can't see.
Yeah, which we can't see. So we have Emerald Ridge Jaguars, 41. Wolves, well, yeah. They're trying. They're trying, folks.
So certainly a game that hopefully the Wolves can dig from, dig out of, learn from. They do have Bellarmine next week. Bellarmine's always difficult. It's at Bellarmine.
Big rival. Was when our kids went through and still is today.
And then when they come back home in 2 weeks, they have Graham Capalson. Graham Capalson is ranked in the top 5 in the state. We'd love to see a big audience out here to support these student athletes on. If you haven't been out here for a game, the atmosphere is still great. The band is going. The student section is always out there cheering them on. You have a lot of our community involved in just getting this production between the production crew, the dance team, which I don't think people got to see tonight. I think it was an abbreviated halftime show. So,
Right.
3rd and 1 from where are we at? Snap the ball about the 30-yard line.
About their own 30.
29. Got to get to the 30 for a first down.
Another run play.
He stopped, but he falls forward for about a gain of 1.5 yards. I think we got a first down here. Yes, we do.
Yep, it's going first down, so.
Yeah, when a score is 40 points or more, that's when the rule for the running clock goes into effect. I did not believe we would get to that tonight. Really didn't. And hopefully we can get that clock stopped by a South Kitsap score.
Well, we got to get the ball and we got to hang on to it. We've had way too many turnovers tonight. I hate to say it, but you're not going to beat anybody if you're going to just keep turning the ball over. It looks like a flag came in.
Came in late. I'm going to guess a hold on Emerald Ridge. That's usually what happens when you see it thrown into the pile like that in the back.
So, folks,
I had always thought that we had the faces for radio.
Me
and
too.
Now they're putting us, and now they're putting us on.
That's unfortunate for everybody who's watching. Yeah. Well.
Yeah, I have a feeling we may have broken the cameras there. Is that camera 3 down there? Camera 3, camera person gets the rest of the night off.
So Emerald Ridge has first down, run up the left-hand side.
It's impressive they had a lens big enough to get us all in there, though, BP, right?
That was that's super wide angle, I think.
Another first down for Emerald Ridge.
Listen to Phil over there trying to be professional.
I'm trying to ignore you guys. I do my best. So, I'm used to radio, what can I say? You know?
Face for radio, voice for silent movies.
There you go. That's me. Ball's on the 47-yard line. South Kitsap 47-yard line. And again, a lot of real clean white jerseys on the Emerald Ridge side, which is very classy. New quarterback, high snap. We'll take off and run with it. And he's going to gain a first down. Picking up about 15 yards on that.
Yeah, it's just an effort play, just a scramble, right? That pass play broke down real quickly, and he did not hesitate to tuck and run. Didn't go through very many reads there.
First
He was out of there.
You know, we seem to be tackling really high. I don't know. There seems to be a lot of into plays where everyone's still standing up, and got to take that low center of gravity and drive the runner and the ball to the ground.
Well, here's a third quarterback for Emerald Ridge. Handing off to their kicker. And he gains 5 yards.
Kicker / running back.
Running back.
Does a nice job, tough player.
We do have an Emerald Ridge player down on the far side of the field.
Never like to see that. He's holding the knee.
Now, you know, when you have these student athletes, the one thing we all want is to see them all, you know, finish the game safely and nobody get injured. But
we're going to have a injury timeout here as they attend to him.
It's a break to commercial.
I think we are the commercial boys.
Hopefully he's okay. At least he is moving around. You know, I can see his feet moving and stuff. Hopefully it's nothing too serious, and especially, you know, you never want to see it happen, but when you get a game and there's no indication there's anything but a clean hit, clean tackle, but a game that's pretty much decided, you want to go ahead and make sure everybody finishes safely.
Hey Phil, despite the what's on the scoreboard tonight, I just want to say that it's so refreshing to see around the community, around the town. I drive through downtown several times a day, if not a week, and the South Kitsap flags and that are out in abundance, and I've actually seen more this week than I saw last week. So continued support from the community on the flags. It's super nice to see, and positive reinforcement for not only the football players but, you know, the high school in general and the community.
Yeah, absolutely, Troy. And Coach Erickson's done an excellent job we have a lot of juniors and seniors on this team that didn't play last year. He has changed the culture around the school, and it's very evident. Again, if you haven't come to a game, and hey, I've been here in the announcement booth for a number of years. I understand how difficult it can be to watch a team that's not winning, but they are now, and they are able to compete against some of these teams. They do play well. They do play tough. And if you come out here on a Friday night, you get to see not only the football team, but the cheerleaders,
the band,
the award-winning band, the
Correct.
award-winning dance team.
This beautiful field that gets at Bank Stadium.
Yep, and that looks like number 61 from Emerald Ridge. So that looks like, was it 51?
Yeah, and it also, I mean, like you said, we never like to see anything bad happening to the kids, but it looks like he's just keeping one leg off the ground, so maybe a knee or an ankle, but nothing.
He's hopping.
You know, he's hopping. He's
hopping.
moving.
He's hopping.
You know, the one thing is that at all the games, there's always a physician that's here. First responders from South Kitsap Fire and Rescue. There's always a rig here, so that should the need arise, there is professional medical trained, as well as the South Kitsap Athletic Medicine, which is an amazing, another award-winning program. They've taken many awards over the years throughout the state and even the nation.
And Brian, maybe you know that, and because I'm a little bit, I don't know the answer to this, but I'm sure that those South Kitsap flags go to help support the school, and you can get them online. Do you know?
You can get them if you go online and basically look up for South Kitsap Football Parents Association. They're the ones that are selling it.
Got it.
And so all proceeds go to that program and helping provide a wide variety of things for the kids, including some after the game meals for.
Oh, there's a high snap.
From
Fumble.
Away games.
Great, thanks, Brian.
So there's a great break for South Kitsap. Snap goes over the quarterback's head. Obviously, there's some new younger players in here, and lost about 15 yards. The other thing I looked at and saw on the South Kitsap website today is all the sponsors we're getting for these kids that supporting the meals and the pre-game meals and the away meals and things for these teams. Puerto Vallarta, I know, is doing the away meals, I believe. I can't remember exactly who's sponsoring the home meals, but the community's just really stepping up, and it's fun to see.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
We have 2 receivers out here and one back. That's not great, but fortunately they're running the other way.
The other way.
I know that Whiskey Gulch is one of those local restaurants that's providing meals for the kids as well.
Fantastic.
So that's going to bring up 4th down, and I think we're going to see Emerald Ridge's punter on 4th and 24. And that'll be number 5, Carl Malim.
The number 14, Logan. I'm sorry, Logan. I can't pronounce your last name. He's back.
He'll just let it bounce, let it hit. Looks like it's going to stop around 15, starting to roll. If I'm Emerald Ridge, I'm touching it because it's rolling the wrong way. But they'll just let the time go, and South gets up to take over on the 16-yard line. So defense holds up there.
Yep.
Now the Wolves, what they need to do, go out here again like they did last time, and granted it ended in an interception, turnover, but they were moving the ball, and they were making positive yardage. Sometimes that success doesn't come as much as we want it to, but at least making positive strides, even though they may be small, moving forward.
Well, and South Kitsap has a new quarterback in the game too, and new running back. So, and the running back breaks it for a long gain. So that's number 12. Tanner Holiday carrying the ball, and he gains about 16 yards on that play. So 1st and 10, South gets that. Another handoff up the middle.
Nice positive play. He's 4 or 5 yards down the field before anybody made contact with him from Emerald Ridge. It's a good job with guys up front. It looks like Emerald Ridge brought in some fresh legs too on the defense. They don't look any smaller though, Phil.
No, we're looking at Garrett Wagner, number 99. He's a defensive lineman at 299. I believe he's starting for the Seahawks on Sunday.
And there's a delay. And that's number 42, I believe, from South Kitsap. So that would be Connor Sutton. And he's a sophomore.
We're to the positive side of the field, Phil. Here we go.
Here we go. We're at the 47. We got about 3 minutes left in this game. See if South Kitsap can punch it in. Quarterback's going to go back and throw it. Oh. Off the hands of the receiver.
Had a receiver open, but it was a little bit behind him. But good effort by the Wolves quarterback to get that one because he was being pursued.
Yeah,
heavily.
he needed just a little more second, just one more second to run out.
And that was intended for number 17, Jaden Armstrong. And Hezekiah Moore was the quarterback on that throw. Another handoff.
Hard hit. Goes down hard. Bounces right back up, though.
Got third and 5, 3rd and 6.
Yep, and that's Rylan Morano was the run.
2 minutes to go. I hope they keep it on the ground here. I want to see him get first down with the run.
Pick up about 4 yards, down to the 40. That looks like Connor Sutton, number 42 on that carry.
Guess you got to go for it here on 4th down, don't you, Phil?
Absolutely.
Got nothing to lose.
Got nothing to lose.
You got less than 1:30 left in the game, so.
Direct snap to the quarterback, and nice big run up the side
run.
there. Nice cut behind that block.
Down to the 16-yard line. Again, that's looks like Connor Sutton, number 42.
You're talking about coming out, to future home games and all that, whether it be the football, the volleyball, swim, water polo, soccer, whatever. High school sports, best sports entertainment dollar anywhere. If there is a fee to get in, it's usually pretty small, and you can get in and really enjoy yourself for not much. I think you can probably bring your family of 4 in for $20 to a football game or something. I challenge you to find that anywhere else.
And again, quite enjoyable even to be here. These student athletes are playing hard. South Kitsap calls time out there. That is the one reason why the clock will stop. They have the ball on the 11-yard line with 28 seconds left.
So they're clearly playing to score here, Phil. So, grab on whatever positivity they can, and that's awesome. So everything's a coaching moment, and kudos to the coaches. Don't stop coaching. I'm sure they tell the kids at some point it's irrelevant what it says on the scoreboard. We need to get better each practice, each game, each play. So I'm sure this is just another example of that.
Well said.
And they have 2 more timeouts left according to our record. So I wouldn't fully anticipate timeouts in the next 2 plays. I wish they'd move that down marker on the far side because they don't have it set correctly.
And when you say our records, you mean yours, right? I'm not keeping anything.
We gave that about the first 2 minutes, I think.
Nice cutback by the running back. He's going to get down to about the
Another
6.
timeout, maybe. It's 20 seconds left.
Yeah, you anticipate another timeout coming?
Yeah, there we go.
Took a while to get there.
Yep. Good 5 seconds rolled off.
So it's going to be 3rd down or 4th down. 4th down, looks like. They're already calling 1st down. Did you get it?
Yes.
Yep, 1st and goal inside the 5.
So okay, coaches. Put your coach hat on. That's easy for me to say. What's your play call here?
Run. I just run it the same way you've been getting. You've been getting 4 or 5 yards. Run, timeout, run again, because the clock doesn't stop on an incomplete pass. So I'd run it right now while Jaguars are off the field.
Yeah, that's. I'm with Phil. I think they need to run the ball because the clock will not stop on.
And if they do
pass,
have one more timeout left,
All right, so here comes. No, they are going to throw it, and he's getting actually a smart play to throw it out.
Stop
Hopefully
the clock.
Southcat's going to call timeout.
Call timeout? I don't think they have a timeout
They
left.
do. They have one left.
And I just saw a flag go.
That clock's expired.
Okay, folks, so that looks like the end of the game. The officials are, they do have a flag on the field.
They're bringing, saying one more play. They're bringing Emerald Ridge defense back out.
Must have been a defensive penalty. We're not sure of the call yet, but that's the only reason they'd be bringing them back out, right?
They called timeout and they got it in time. I'm not sure if they had to call timeout and add one too many, but
I got one last play here.
So we'll get one more.
Play.
So was that an incomplete pass? So the ball's still on about the 5-yard line. It sure would be nice. Moral victory here, just to get some points on the board.
yeah, I would expect another handoff to young 42 Sutton Connor here.
There we go.
Here he goes. Oh, stop
just
short.
They keep him out of the end zone. Nice effort though, Connor.
Good try. So that is our final. South Kitsap 0, the Emerald Ridge Jaguars 41 points. We want to thank you all for joining us tonight. We'd like to thank the students of the video production crew here at South who made this television program possible.
They do a great job. They
do fantastic, and we're glad to have them here. So this is Phil Nanger with Brian Pickard and Troy Larson saying good night. South Kitsap plays at Bellarmine next week, and then they are home against Graham Kapowson in 2 weeks, and we'll see you then.
Enjoyed it, fellas. Thanks.